Good morning, I'm Mary Dale.
And I'm Courtney Spencer. Welcome to Inside Jacksonville from our new state-of-the-art HD studio on the UNF campus. We're here each month with stories about life on the First Coast. Stories about you on topics important to our area.
Like any other city, Jacksonville has its own unique culture. From art displays to festivals, where we go and what we do for fun, there's always something happening for people of all ages to enjoy.
That's what this show is about. This month, we'll be showing you the stories of people and places that bring the First Coast to life. Nightlife at the beach may be changing soon. The Beach City Council passed an ordinance that closes all bars when the clock strikes midnight. Or does it? Kayla Beckman explains.
42. Jacksonville Beach bar patron Rick McGee is what some may call a night owl. He likes to go out to bars with his friends and stay until closing time. Right now at the beach, closing time is at 2 a.m. But that's going to change soon. A new ordinance will force bars to close at midnight. That means Rick's fun may be getting cut short.
I go out one night a week, come out to Lynch's, and that's the night that I like to relax, stay out late, be with my friends. So if they closed at midnight, I'd be a little upset about it.
Beach City officials say too many bars are out of control. Just last year alone, Beach Police got more than 800 calls just from downtown Jacksonville Beach. The solution to the problem? An ordinance restricting the bar's hours of operation. The City Council moved closing time up to midnight. Sort of. The new midnight closing time is not hard and fast. In fact, getting around it is really pretty simple. All bar owners have to do to keep their 2 a.m. closing time is purchase a permit. The cost? Somewhere between $50 to $100.
This ordinance, it puts the onus of responsibility back on the vendors where it needs to be.
Jacksonville Beach Mayor Flan Sharp says it's not just about people getting drunk. It's really a police manpower problem.
The problem with that is all our police officers are downtown, so I live at the south end of the beach. There's no police officers in my neighborhood. They're all down here handling drunk.
Although it's easy to get a permit to stay open until 2 a.m., it may not be so easy to keep it. If a bar has more than 3 alcohol-related complaints, the permit could be revoked. Some bar owners aren't thrilled about that.
I think that you should be able to sell booze till 4 a.m. And then you've got a tax base that changes everything, and you can buy more police and police downtown a lot more. I don't know, but obviously, you know, my opinion isn't that big of a deal because this thing got pushed through against all the business owners' wishes.
Well, personally, I don't believe the ordinance will affect us negatively in any way.
Keith Doherty owns Lynch's Irish Pub. He thinks the new closing time may actually be good for business.
Having to basically pull our socks up so that the citizens and our own customers feel safer coming to downtown Jacks Beach.
And if it doesn't work, Rick McGee doesn't seem too worried.
Probably get a little more sleep.
Kayla Beckman, Inside Jacksonville.
Kayla says partiers at the beach won't see any change for a while. The ordinance doesn't take effect until the end of August.
A lot of those bars on the beach, as well as others on the First Coast, feature local bands and even some solo performers. It's a great way for artists to get their music heard and even build a following. Sam Caruso has the story of one Jacksonville performer who's just a bit different from most of the other folks who play around town.
It's a little unusual to see a high school kid with his guitar at school. But this kid is not usual. Colby Word is 17 years old, and this is one of his weekend jobs, the Milltop Tavern in St. Augustine. Colby loves to sing and play guitar, and more people love listening to him. Colby's getting quite the following around the First Coast. He's played at City Hall Pub and has even played halftime at a Jacksonville Giants game. This is a kid born to play guitar.
This last Christmas was 8 years. For Christmas, I told him I wanted a guitar, and he got me a black Gibson Epiphone guitar and electric. And since then, I just fell in love with it. I taught myself everything I know. And
he practices whenever and wherever, usually for an hour or two at his aunt's or grandma's house. Sometimes he'll practice with a couple of friends, and sometimes when he practices, he's inspired to write.
I mess around on the guitar, you know, sing some songs, stuff like that, and just practice a little bit. I'm always learning new stuff, but I mean, every once in a while, like in between songs or something, I'll just kind of mess around on the guitar a little bit, and I'll say, oh, that sounds good, so maybe I can, you know, put some lyrics to that.
He's just 17, but Colby Word just doesn't seem that young. He's got this aura of an old blues man. Colby knows it. He feels it, like he's an old soul living in the wrong era.
I am obsessed with, like, the Bohemian Revolutionists. I don't know if you ever heard of that or not, but I mean, like, that right there, I felt like I should live in those times, like the 1920s and, like, you know, the roaring 20s and stuff. So, I mean, just listening to people like, you know, Louis Armstrong and stuff like that, just trying to, like, get kind of close to their style and stuff, it just kind of inspires me to write.
17 years old, already this dedicated and in love with his craft. Don't be surprised if we see and hear more and more from Colby for many years to come. Sam Caruso, Inside Jacksonville.
Sam adds that Colby hopes playing the guitar will also allow him to pursue his other passion, traveling.
He's already had a show in Orlando. I can't believe the kid's 17 years old.
I know, Artie's so good. I'm sure that he's probably the youngest person in that pub, though. I'm sure we can probably count on that.
You're probably right.
Well, one particular area of town undergoes a transformation when the sun goes down. We'll take you there after the break.
And we'll see how a favorite childhood toy from the 60s, the hula hoop, is making a really hot comeback. You're going to want to stick around for this one.
Because sometimes, even the rescuers need to be rescued. The Coast Guard Foundation. Find out how you can help at rescuetherescuers.org.
911.
Yes, water is all in the house. The roof is completely caved in on us. We need emergency assistance, please.
Okay, man, we can't respond right now because of the condition of the hurricane.
All of our neighbors evacuated and everyone is gone. Please tell me what to do.
Now I'm in a wheelchair and water's coming in. Is there any way I might be able to get an ambulance to help it?
The roof is coming in on us. We're going to die in this house if we don't get some help.
Unfortunately, we cannot send anybody out in the storm right now.
Welcome back to Inside Jacksonville. This month, we've been taking a glimpse into the vibrant art, culture, and entertainment in the Jacksonville area.
We've taken a look at what's going on in Jacksonville Beach, but what about what's going on about 25 miles inland? Jacksonville's downtown area has a nightlife all its own. I followed one group of girls as they spent a night out on the town.
My hair high enough?
Megan Butler and her friends spend hours getting ready to go out. When they look for a fun night out on the town, they only look to a specific part of Jacksonville, downtown. Downtown Jacksonville might seem like a bunch of brick buildings and business suits during the day, but at night, this area on Bay Street transforms. There's a line of 4 bars along the street, and Megan Butler and her friends are regulars here. Butler says it's just a different experience.
Well, downtown, I feel like, has a lot more realness to it. I like the bartenders at all the bars. They're all really, really nice.
One of those bartenders is Rachel Elicona. She works at Dos Gatos Cocktail Lounge on Forsyth Street, just around the corner from Bay Street. Elicona has worked at several bars in Jacksonville, but says the atmosphere downtown is the best.
Downtown's definitely more different, only because it's a little bit more older, less of the young crowd, so there's less fighting, less drama. It's definitely more laid back and casual. Like, we don't have a dress code or anything here, so no cover. It's just a different environment.
Just down the street from Dos Gatos is Club TSI. The motto here is drink, sweat, dance. That means the dance floor is never empty. TSI DJ Jordan Joseph believes the main reason people come downtown is for the unique experience.
I come down because the vibe is great. There's diversity, there's culture, there's different kinds of music.
Patrons of the downtown nightlife say they won't be going to another side of town anytime soon. And after a long night downtown, Butler and her friends returned satisfied, having enjoyed their favorite part of Jacksonville. Butler admits her other favorite place to go out is the Jacksonville beaches. She says the best nightlife is always by the water, whether it's the Atlantic Ocean or the St. Johns River downtown.
Time for a trip in the Wayback Machine, all the way back to the 1960s when the hula hoop was the big rage. The hula hooping is making a comeback around the country and here on the First Coast. Sarah Gojekian shows us that hula hoops are hot in more ways than one.
This is how the hula hoop started, way back in the 1950s. And this is what it is today. The girl in the fire-breathing hoop is student and hooper Kate Denton. She fire hoops here every Friday and Saturday night at Club Lit in downtown Jacksonville. Friends in the music scene got her started.
My boyfriend and I started going to music festivals together, and I had never seen hula hooping like at a trick level, you know, doing professional stuff. And I saw it and was like, I feel like I could do that. The way I was introduced to hula hooping at music festivals, just like this free form of exercise, like now it really is just like my total passion.
But fire hooping is more than just a passion, it's a job. And she's got plenty of people asking, what is going on?
I've gotten a lot of really good response from it. Like, definitely, I've never seen this before. People are weirded out by it, but then they're like, that's really awesome. It's just like a really new thing in Jacksonville, so getting myself out there has been tricky, but then easy at the same time. It's just really starting to pan out for me.
As things kind of go out, sometimes they come back.
Terry Gillis owns Creative Oddities in Jacksonville Beach. It's a gift shop she opened 10 years ago. One of her items, custom hula hoops. She makes them with beads, bells, and lights, all in a few hours. Gillis says more and more girls are coming in for them, a trend she expects to grow. She first noticed the trend at music festivals.
It looked like it was a lot of fun. And I started asking some questions, you know, and they said, oh yeah, it's a lot of fun, you know, you can dance with it, you know, it's great exercise.
Being at the festivals and seeing that people have them there and everything, you know, encourages people to, you know, say, hey, can I try it, you know, or, you know, music moves people. So.
For Kate Denton, her gig at Club Lit pays well, but it's not just about the money. She's also a University of North Florida student, one of many student hoopers on campus.
It's kind of like what keeps hula hooping fun for me, because it is now work too, but going to school and having that core group of girls that hula hoops every day is like pretty awesome. And it's like not an official club on campus, but there's so many girls that are into hula hooping now.
The hoopers got the word then and now, proving that culture comes full circle. Sarah Gojekian, Inside Jacksonville.
Sarah adds the old fad has a new twist this time around, hula hooping for fitness.
There are videos online and even local forums where hoopers meet up for fun and trade techniques.
If you missed the grand opening of the Riverside Arts Market, don't worry. We've got the story here right after the break.
And later, you'll meet a group of 5 guys with undiscovered talents. We'll be right back.
Get up to a 100% scholarship to college and up to $60,000 in assistance. Get paid to learn valuable job skills. Maybe make an extra 20 grand when you join. All while you serve your community and your country. Learn more at NationalGuard.com.
Gotta get a plan. Hurricane season. Gotta get a plan.
Okay, Professor Tinkermeister. FloridaDisaster.org is the place to get it. It says we need enough supplies for at least 3 days.
To the duplicator, then. We need food.
We need an evacuation plan. Get a map. Don't forget the water. I got the plan, Professor. Professor! We've got a plan. Does your family